face the camera to say something. So I believe that was just about 6 hours after that incident happened that he came out. What investigation has he carried out? Has any suspect been arrested and been interviewed and is able to draw that conclusion from there? Or is he just trying to boost his own ego that his state is secure, there is no terrorist in his state? I wouldn't want to disagree with what he said 100%, but I would want to disagree with the amount of work which is supposed to have been professionally put in. Was he receiving a live phone call? Where did he get that information from?
From all that you've said now, you say jailbreaks will always happen. Must they always be linked to terrorism?
No, it must not always be linked to terrorism. If you check history of jailbreak all over the world, it's not only terrorists that want to free their people. They work hard to recruit more people outside there. If a terrorist is sentenced to jail for 10 years, it's an investment for them. It's going to come out a better terrorist. So they don't, it's even better, it's alive thinking.
Does that worry you as a security consultant? You know, where we send people, we have prisons or we have a justice system where people are supposed to be sent to prison to be reformed, but as you rightly pointed out, the person might go to prison and come out a better terrorist.
Yeah, that brings us to the possible causes of prison break and the solution which I've been trying to look at since I noticed this incident. Possible causes, what could cause prison to be hijacked for prisoner to want? There are human rights issues. The human right of the people we put behind bars being well observed.
In this case, can it be human right?
It could be one of them. If they are suffering, if there's no enough food. Currently, we are yet to execute the 2013 budget.
No, that would be where the prison break was done from within.
From within.
And not bandits coming in to free people.
Don't forget that we're living in the age of technology. Prisoners does receive visitors, and they brief them about what happens in there. I've been to prison to visit people before. They've told me what they go through in there, and sometimes I may want to think, why should this be happening? Should the world hear this? Or should we just organize some mercenaries to come into this place and break you out and all those stuff? All those kind of things are things. So there are human rights issues. I'm just saying that on a general notion. Care package of the inmates too. What is the type of care being provided for them there? Medical care, psychological care, reform package for the inmates. Are they being educated? Are they being rehabilitated? Is there anything they are going to take home when they leave the prison? There are some prisons in the developed part of the world where you are able to go through an online course and come out with a certificate that can make you a better person when you are out there. Are we really reforming our prisoners? Another area is the perimeter security and the involvement of the host community. The perimeter security of the prison is, I've driven past some prisons, and I wonder to myself, if I have a very good bazooka,
you could give it a shot.
I can give a shot and let the guy go out and celebrate their birthday. Do you understand? And then the involvement of the host community. Prison is a good business. In some part of the world, businessmen are now building prisons just like an hotel and keep prisoners in there. Are we getting there, or we're still in the place where when people go to prison they come out crippled because they couldn't stand up very well, they couldn't exercise?
How do all this stand in consideration of what you said previously about the nature of humans who always want to get out? Because even if you do all this, does anybody want to just relax in the prisons and have fun?
Don't forget that I did make mention of something first. I'd make mention about rehabilitation and reform package. I don't know if you've had this joke before that I think in the United Kingdom, when some people go to jail there, they think to themselves that they are better off in jail because they are not paying bills, they are not paying council tax, they are being fed, and they can do an online course that can make their life better when they come out. Sometimes they are even more secure from their own people who are looking for them to kill them out there. So it's a maximum security for them. So looking at that, if the full package You come into the prison, there's an induction for you,
Yeah.
what you have done wrong, why you are here, what you can do with your time while you are in here, and when you go out there, what you can become. Those are the areas that I think that we need to work at. You know, human's mind is like a computer program. It is whatever you inject in there that will determine how they start thinking from there outwards. Some criminals don't really want to become criminals.
Can I just take you back a little bit to this particular jailbreak?
Yeah.
I understand it lasted several hours and is located about 1 kilometer from an army base. Is it possible that the army could have forged that break?
We are living in the age.
Even with considering that they had guns, they said they had explosives and all of that. So, what do you think happened?
Okay, we're living in the age of proactive security measure. The fact that you are hearing a gunshot from a distance does not necessarily mean that a command process will be put in place for you. I want to believe that when the army base were hearing explosion and everything, probably they were thinking that they will be attacked and they are building up security among themselves. And don't forget, a military personnel carrying an AK-47 will not just jump out of his perimeter and head towards the scene of the incident. The first thing they want to do is to observe.
Not that we haven't seen it happen.
Can you say that again?
I mean, not that we haven't seen it happen before, but you know they usually have this outpost where they see what's going on. Yeah. So that those who are wondering, well, if the prison officials, if the wardens there were being overpowered, would it be out of place if the closed military barracks were to lend a helping hand?
You said helping hand, but has anything been put in place for that kind of communication to be triggered? Is there an alarm? Technology has made it so easy that there's an alarm now that when there is a gunshot. You see, we're in a kind of state of emergency in Nigeria, although it is declared in 3 states. I was in a meeting about 3 days ago, and I had 3 gunshots. And I saw a vehicle speeding past immediately after that. Because of my job, I was able to add 1 and 2 together. Okay, gunshot, a vehicle speeding past. And immediately, and I saw that vehicle driving towards where I was. Immediately, a lot of other people were relaxed, but I stood up that, okay, that vehicle that went past is now coming towards me with a punctured tire. It's time to investigate what's happening here. You see, something needs to be put in place, and I will want to say that we are not proactive enough in Nigeria.
That takes us to that comment of the policeman who you talked about some time ago. Perhaps we should even take a second look at this and take a look at what he said, how he said it, how could he have said that?
Okay.
Let's see that.
That the top security agents will meet, and I know that they will be brought to book by grace of God. Nobody was killed. The incident has nothing to do with terrorists or Boko Haram. It's just a jailbreak.
It's a mystery how armed men...
Just a jailbreak.
Just a jailbreak. I disagree.
Is it really just?
It's not just. Is it just as in justified? No. Just a jailbreak as something ordinary? No. And I'm very, very sure the higher authority of the police, Nigerian police force, will not be happy with it. One thing I just want you to know about Nigerian security agents at the moment is that they may be good at their jobs in Nigeria or abroad, or they may be getting there, but they are not very good about speaking about their job, and that is why we have public relation officer. I want to believe that is the CP of the state, or the area commander, I don't know who it is. I think his public relation officer will have done a better job because he will have been trained on how to deal with it.
Well, maybe he was just trying to say that this is not associated at all with terrorism. But, let's quickly look at the inmates that escaped. 175 were made to understand. They say that some of them have been caught. We're not shown any of those people that were caught, so maybe that was just a pacifier.
And they mentioned that 49 of them have been caught.
So they said, but the thing is, what is your level of confidence in terms of our data keeping and our ability to be able to catch the remaining people that are still out there, and have escaped.
If I